Hello and welcome back to Ultra Weird, guys. No one knew about them for 500 years. Seen by planes first, the Nazca lines are still mysterious for the whole world. Their messages seem vague to us, but were they vague to those who were sending them? Who were the lines made for? They were first discovered by Paul Kossak in 1939, a Long Island University professor who was on a mission to study the irrigation system used by the pre-Incan civilizations in the coast of Peru. During a flight over the Nazca Desert, he observed long lines, and after outlining them, he concluded that they formed a shape of a bird. His conclusion was immediate. The lines were not part of an ancient irrigation system, but were something completely different. These geoglyphs depict animals, intriguing geometrical designs, and humanoid figures. But what is perhaps one of the most interesting things about Nazca is that these drawings are scattered all over 200 square miles. Here we're bringing you some of the most amazing facts presented by researchers about the Nazca lines. Make sure you stick around to the end because you're not gonna believe what they discovered. Alright, let's start with number 1. These are over 800 straight lines, 300 geometric figures, and 70 animal and plant designs, also called biomorphs. Number 2. The largest figure found at Nazca stretches about 200 meters across. Number 3. According to archaeologists, these mysterious drawings were created by the Nazca people, who flourished in the region between 1st and 8th century AD. Number 4. Most of the Nazca lines are between 10 to 30 centimeters deep, and the longest glyphs found at Nazca goes for about 9 miles. Number 5. It is a fact that the Nazca lines can only be truly appreciated from the air. When seen from the ground, it's nearly impossible to make out the figures and geometric patterns. Number 6. These lines were first published by Pedro Cieza de Leon in his book of 1553. And he mistook these for trail markers. Number 7. Paul Kossak, a historian from Long Island University, is credited as the first scholar to study the Nazca lines. In the country from 1940 to 1941 to study ancient irrigation systems, he flew over the lines and realized one was in the shape of a bird. Number 8. The lines were formed by the careful removal of reddish iron oxide pebbles that make up the desert surface. Number 9. The Nazca lines include straight lines and geometric shapes, as well as stylized depictions of animals, humans, and plants. The figures include monkey, condor, round-headed, rather a friendly-looking human, spider, hummingbird, hands, tree. Number 10. The reason the Nazca lines survived for so long is because of weather conditions in the region. There is very little rain, and the wind is almost non-existent. Number 11. According to legend, the mysterious Inca creator god Viracocha commissioned the Nazca lines and glyphs in the past. Viracocha was one of the most important deities in the Incan pantheon and seen as the creator of all things, or the substance of which all things are created, and immediately associated with the sea. Number 12. One of the most intriguing designs of Nazca is the one that represents a spider. Phyllis Pitluga, the senior astronomer at the Adler Planetarium and a protege of Maria Reich, performed computer-aided studies of star alignments. She asserted the giant spider figure is an anamorphic diagram of the constellation Orion. Number 13. In 1985, the archaeologist John Reinhardt theorized the lines and figures were part of religious practices that involved the worship of deities associated with the availability of water, which directly related to the success and productivity of crops. Number 14. Scientists from the University of Dresden researched the Nazca lines, measuring the magnetic field and electric conductivity. According to these claims, the results and the research performed by scholars of the University of Dresden showed that electric conductivity was 8,000% higher on the Nazca lines next to them. Number 15. The region where the Nazca lines are located is in a mineral-rich environment where nitrates have been found in abundant quantities. Number 16. Maria Reich, a German translator who spent years studying the site and lobbying for its preservation, also concluded that it was a huge astronomical calendar and that some of the animal sketches were modeled after groupings of stars in the night sky. Number 17. In 1967, the American astrophysicist Gerald Hawkins found no correlation between changes in the celestial bodies and the design of Nazca lines. Number 18, astronomer Robin Edgar presented the theory that the Nazca lines, particularly the ones that feature animals, fish, and humans, were created to respond to the eye of God, which was a feeble explanation as during the Nazca line period, it coincides with the large number of solar eclipses that occurred back then over the southern Peru area. Robin Edgar believed that this solar eclipse might resemble the pupil or iris looking down on the people below. Therefore, it is believed that the lines were created for the eye in the sky to view the Nazca line. Number 19, the Nazca lines are featured in the book Chariots of the Gods by Erich von Däniken that discusses his belief that the Nazca lines were created by aliens and used as landing strips. Erich von Däniken felt that the designs were too complex and covered such a large distance that they could not have been created by humans due to the size of the lines, lack of tools, plus they could not view the lines from the air. Number 20. Recently, the Nazca Line's alien mummies were found in Peru. These 5 mummified bodies were represented as proof of aliens' existence. Some of the bodies are similar to human, and what makes their dehydrated body as aliens is the evident 3-fingered hands, extended heads, and 3-toed feet. The bodies are entirely white and look quite different than actual mummified bodies. Scientists keep claiming that these 3-fingered alien mummies aren't like human, and chances are they could be from outer space or an undiscovered antediluvian species. Regardless of their previous tests signifying the bodies did not contain human DNA, scientists connected to the research team revealed the discovery last year and preserved that they have obtained substantial differences. They have also discovered that these alien-like mummies have a combination of 23 chromosomes, just like humans. Their anatomical structure is different though. Number 21. Johann Reinhard carried a multidisciplinary tactic to the study of the Nazca lines. In his book Nazca Lines, A New Perspective on Their Origin and Meanings, he wrote that the lines didn't aim at anything on the geological or astronomical prospect, instead directed to places where rituals executed to acquire fertility of crops and water. Number 22, former National Geographic grantee Anthony Aveni concurs to Johann's research, stated that the discovery showed that the lines are linked to water, however, not used to obtain water, preferably used in association with ceremonies. Number 23, he further claimed that these trapezoids are big open spaces where people could come in and go out. The rituals were possibly concerned with the ancient requirements to appease the gods, most likely to pray for water. Reinhard calls attention to the spiral figures, and the themes have been found at other old Peruvian locations as well. Animal allegory is universal all over the Andes and found in biomorphs portrayed on the Nazca plain. Number 24, the rapid change in weather conditions around the world could cause extreme damage to the Nazca lines, as only a small amount of water is needed for the Nazca lines to be washed away. They certainly have survived till now due to no rain. These are all amazing facts, and researchers have been dying to know the secret behind Nazca lines. Next time you feel like going traveling, don't miss out the opportunity to see these amazing lines before they may get washed away by a storm. Which one of these facts was most intriguing to you? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Ultra Weird for more videos like this. See you on the next one.